Speaker. No, I want to make it clear who we're actually talking about here today. This isn't about all homeschoolers. This is about child abusers. It's about people who were convicted of child abuse. Convicted of child abuse. Convicted of domestic violence. I don't care. The chair of education made it clear. This keeps those children from being instructed at the home. Yeah, you're right. I don't think child abusers should be educating kids. I don't care if it's the public school system, a pod school, or homeschool, any damn school in this state. Child abusers should not be teaching our kids. We've heard, oh, it could be pending investigations, and it'll take time. First off, it's a crime to false report child abuse in this state. It is already a crime. It is a misdemeanor, and you can take people to court on it. We don't have people going around filing false CPS reports all willy-nilly. Just stop with that nonsense. Let's talk about how this came about, and this idea that the law already exists and there's a safety net and there's not a loophole. Well, really? Let's ask Judge Blake. I'm sure a gentleman from the 44th is familiar, and thank you for your work and what you do. Let's talk about Judge Blake and his comments. Judge Blake, when sentencing 3 individuals, I'm going to get to that in a second, why we're really here today. Judge Blake, when he was sentencing 3 individuals, stated that he felt that the state was also responsible for what happened to Raylee Browning. And why? Well, he says, we allow a child to be jerked out and homeschooled without any real measure to ensure the child's continued education and safety. Judge Blake added that as circuit judge, he is seeing more and more cases of abused and neglected children being homeschooled so the parents or guardians are able to hide their actions. There ought to be some mechanism to check on these children. You have it here today. We got $1 billion in surplus and we can't afford that kind of care. That is shameful. Judge Blake, after going through a trial and understanding the facts and hearing expert testimony, reached a conclusion that we, the state, should act. We should act. That's what we're doing right now. This isn't some ban on homeschooling. Just stop with that nonsense right now. This is closing a loophole. This says if you've been convicted for child abuse, I think we all agree, you shouldn't be educating children no matter where it's at. If you've been convicted of domestic violence, you shouldn't be. And there's a pending investigation. I hope that these pending investigations get wrapped up quickly and they're unfounded. That's great. That's what we want. But there's a pending investigation. We have a duty to say that should be looked at before making a decision to allow a child to be jerked out of school like Raylee Browning was. Who was Raylee Browning? 8 years old. She attended public school in Nicholas County. Multiple reports were made by mandatory reporters, including her teacher. Her teacher came to me about this. I don't know why she chose me, but, fate have it. She came to me and said, this happened years ago. Since this happened, we've had a trial, convictions, sentencing, and the bill to fix that's been sitting in education committee for years. Poor Raylee was yanked out of public school by her father. Her aunt was to serve as her teacher. 3 individuals in that home. They found her dead. She acquired sepsis from drinking toilet water. She had a torn rectum. She was covered in bruises and burns and lacerations. Truly disgusting. I hope they rot in prison for the rest of their lives. But we can do something. And let's not turn this into homeschool versus public school, right? This is about doing the right thing, protecting children from abusers. From abusers. It was heard that this may be an inconvenience on homeschoolers, and it may be. But go ask Raylee how that inconvenience is right now. You'd have to visit her gravesite. Pass the amendment.
The question is on the adoption of the secondary